We're back live in Ohio. America has long held the fascination of the world, more so in this interconnected world where American television and fashion and products have influence around the globe. Now, foreign journalists are covering this election, perhaps with an interest never before seen, and it's making front page news. Take a look at today's edition of The Independent out of London. Big photo of Trump protesters front and center with the caption, "Making America Hate Again?" An obvious play on the Trump Great Again campaign slogan. And this one from the Toronto Star with a story about the canceled Trump rally last night in Chicago. So how are American politics playing in the rest of the world? I sat down today with two foreign journalists, one from China, another from Bulgaria, both traveling through Ohio, and I asked them. I've been a little surprised by how many foreign journalists have been following these campaigns. Is there a lot of interest in Bulgaria about the U.S. presidential race?
Well, the U.S. presidential race is almost like a reality show. It's like a contest, and obviously Trump is very famous. And people look at his performance and they're like, what's going on? But Trump is also important my mission was basically to figure out to what extent his message is part of an American image. Because we know America, the country of democracy, and then we have Trump with racist remarks and controversial behavior. And then in my country, Bulgaria was Russia's closest ally during the Cold War. So you can imagine that we still have some strong pro-Russian voices. And Trump can be used as a tool for the pro-Russian voices to say, okay, see, America is not working. But my impressions so far are that Trump is not America, and he's not an indicator of the American image.
Has there been surprise, Lena, in China at Donald Trump or anything about the presidential race here? What's the level of interest and curiosity?
I think America is always a big topic in China, so it makes sense, like, for Chinese people to have strong interest behind the power of Washington. But Trump is like, Chinese people know about Trump definitely from the TV show The Apprentice.
So that played in China.
Yeah, we got the streaming portal website in China, like Youku or Sohu, something like Netflix here.
So he's a celebrity.
Yeah, I think he is. But what's happening right now is much more interesting than the TV show, and confused as well.
So what's their impression of the fact that Donald Trump could be president of the United States?
I think there's definitely a love and hate debate, just like what's happening here. I have to say, some Chinese young people, they support Trump. This kind of group has some overlapping with those people who support Putin. Some of them, they love dictator, love strong power, but the majority of Chinese people, I believe, they are confused about what's happening. So what is he doing here, and what's going on with American politics? So that's why we are here, and I try to figure out the social and economic forces behind the Trump phenomenon.
Before I get to that, I want to ask you, is there confusion in Bulgaria as well?
In Bulgaria, Trump validates far-right voices because now we have this cultural evolution with so many refugees trying to resettle in Europe. And you know that in Europe, some of the politicians, they have very racist remarks. So that basically is the same what Trump says. So Trump gives a floor to those voices, and that, in my opinion, can destabilize the Europe.
Do you think it has changed the view that people in your part of the world have of America?
Well, as a journalist, I'm trying to present things in an objective manner, so I show all sides of the story. But there is still a feeling that Trump dominates. So now, when we talk about America, we have to talk about Trump and his vision of America.
I was also interested in what it was like to cover campaigns as a foreign journalist. They said, interestingly, that Donald Trump does not welcome foreign journalists to his press pool. The most welcoming, Bernie Sanders. That does it for this hour of MSNBC Live. I'm Chris Chansing.